What's going on, universe? This is Marcel from Brains and Cure. I'm starting a foundation called Brains and Cure that's gonna allocate money to brain, mental health, and heart disease research. And little backstory on me. I've been diagnosed with congestive heart failure. My heart is currently 3 times the size of a regular heart. My injection fraction was between 20 and 30 at one point. I was in the hospital. I guess they found like signs of my organs dying because my heart wasn't pumping enough blood to them, and the blood that the heart was pumping was clotted, and it caused me to have strokes and all sorts of areas blocked in my body. I was in the most pain ever. Okay, and someone in my situation should be dead, right? But I survived. I didn't know at the time why I survived. The stroke caused me to be blind, in the great portion of my eyes. I make do. I learned to drive. I still adapt with the small field of vision I have. It's still clear because my eyes are not the problem. It's how my brain processes the information. So I'm blind, partially. So on top of that, my motor skills are slower than they used to be. My memory is very bad. So at any given point, I might forget why I made this video. I'm trying to keep on track. So so this is why I made the video. I'm looking for investors. The top 3 investors, right? If you think that this idea is a good idea, this foundation is a good idea, the first top 3 investors, I will write you a promissory note. I'll get a personal loan. I will sign a promissory note for a personal loan, whatever you can invest. Like I said, the top 3 investors, I will add you to the board of directors of the foundation, just so we can make sure that someone who really believes in business is actually part of the business, So I will add you to the board of directors, and then I'll put in all the footwork to make sure that this foundation gets to where it needs to be. And then you will have your say, and then we can all run this foundation the way it's supposed to, with good intentions, and help people, okay? Please spread this, because I want this foundation to really take off. I have 1 to 3 years left if I'm reading what the statistics are saying. I don't believe in statistics. I'm just going by the numbers. But if what it's saying is I have 1 to 3 years left, I want to at least spark something that's going to help mankind, right? I mean, I served in the military, in the Army and the Navy, in both Iraq and Afghanistan campaigns. I have nothing to prove as far as my patriotism, to both blacks, whites, whoever. I love this country more than you think I do. It doesn't matter how much you think I love this country. I love this country with a passion, and I have faith. I have faith that this country could fulfill what it's originally wanted to be, or it's supposed to be. Now, with that being said, so I have nothing to prove to anybody, right? I can just live my life, the rest of my life, happy, quiet, and just exist. And then 3 or 4 generations later, no one remembers who I am, and that's fine, But I don't want that to be the case. I want to make my existence here significant, so I want to at least spark that, if anything. All right. So if you know me, and I've done anything good for you, as far as like we served together and we looked out for each other in the war zone, I'm gonna have that foundation set up. Call me, right? See how much you can donate. I'll let you know if you're part of the top 3, right? if you're part of the top 3, we'll figure all the paperwork, loans, and stuff like that out so that you'll be compensated. Believe me, I'm gonna give 20% return for a loan of 10,000. A loan of 10,000, I'll give you 20% return before the year is done. And if you don't get, which is $2,000, which is $4,000. Yeah, I'm sorry. Which is $2,000. My fault. $2,000 at the end of the year. My bad. My memory is bad. So you're gonna get $12,000 back in 1 year if you lend me 10. Now, if I don't give you back the 12,000 in that 1 year, you're gonna get it's gonna go to 50%. I have to give you 50% of it, so $15,000. So you lend me $10,000, I'll give you $15,000 in 1 year, and then I'm gonna attach my house to it so that you can have one of my houses. Right? I have multiple properties, but you can have one of my houses if you don't get your money back. You know, my house has like $60,000 worth of equity, so I'll always pull that out to pay you back anyways. I just don't want to go through the bank to do it. I'd rather have investors from people that believe in it instead of people like banks that's just like artificial money for profit, you know? So I need the good energy, all right? So if that sounds like a plan and you got 10 racks and you want to do a good thing and still get your money back and make a profit, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up, you know what I mean? And we'll get this foundation up and running and we start helping some people, okay?